This is like the eighth take to this, but nah, actually this is a fourth take. But this is my Hall of Fame ballot for YouTube sports card community. Um, Baseball card. Mike has started. I wanted to do this video. Roughly, this is 10 people I just threw up on a list. I do like their channel and we really want to nominate them, but it's just there was way more people that I wanted to mention, so I might still talk about them. I'm doing this before work real quick, so hopefully this is the last take. um, so I wanted to name a few people. Triple Crown 24, JT, really cool guy, young gentleman. Go check his channel out, very knowledgeable. If you want to know, if you want to see somebody young, I believe in his 20s, talking about cards, go check him out, because most of the people, it seems like they're in their 30s or 40s and stuff like that. Here at YouTube is doing sports cards. Very few young people in their 20s and teens and stuff like that. So just go check him out. If you're into baseball, he mostly talks about baseball, but very knowledgeable. Next person I want to talk about, there's so many people I wanted to put on this list, but I'm just going to do 10. Gametime Sports Cards, she's the only female on my list. I think Backpages mentioned this before, but it's like with everything, when there's a trend, I'm not trying to be sexist about this, but it seems like females want to get on a trend, and then a lot of them are just pretenders. They don't really have the passion for what they're shooting the videos for. They're just doing it because they know they're gonna get views. But this female is really on point. She seems like she knows what she's talking about, and she's taking it serious. So go check her out, give her some support, and I nod her to go check her out. She does baseball, but he's football mostly. I haven't seen any basketball on her channel. Next person is Victor Negron Cards. Really cool guy, one of my counterpart, because he's a super collector of Puerto Ricans, and I'm a super collector of Dominicans. I don't know if I'm a super collector, but I'm trying to be. But yeah, there you go. Just go check him out. I've talked to him. I've shot him out so many times. Really love his channel. I believe he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. I could be wrong. Next person is Bigmavr Sports Cards. I believe he's changed his name. He's the only Canadian I'm voting for. So it's a little international. He's really cool. Been a guy that communicated with me quite a bit. You're gonna see a trend. Most of these people I have communicated and really, contribute to their channel as much as they contribute to my channel. And really enjoy his channel. He does baseball, basketball, and football. Let's go check him out. Then there's Hicks, Kurtis Hicks with a K. And Kurtis is another young gentleman that's very knowledgeable about the baseball, basically. He's also into Magic. And I've seen him do basketball as well. He's into basketball a little bit. Football, I believe I've seen some football on his channel, but mostly baseball. And he's a Giants fan. Not a New York Giants, sorry. San Francisco Giants. And yeah, go check him out if you guys want to see somebody really cool. Let's see, who else was it that I wanted to name? Purple GT, Steve. Go check him out. He's an OG. Been doing this for quite some time. I think even before, well, I mean, he's probably started around the same time, me and him. But so sports cards, he's been doing it since the beginning. So, I mean, I didn't do sports cards since the beginning of my YouTube career, supposedly, or whatever you want to call it. Who else? I believe Geezmikey, my West Coast friend. Check him out. He's very knowledgeable about baseball, mostly vintage. So if you're into vintage, go check him out. He rarely talks about new stuff, but he'll sprinkle it in here and there. Um, and then let's see who else. Let's see who else did I forget to mention. Oh, Joel Ryan fan. He just passed away, sadly, early last year. But I still probably would have voted for him. I mean, I believe he was climbing. He was getting popular. He was there was something popping about his channel. Very knowledgeable about baseball. Obviously, with his name, he was a Nolan Ryan collector, and just unfortunately, if you sub to his channel, you're not gonna get new content. So I'm still sub to him as a respect for him and missing him, because he was really a good part of the community, very positive guy, and it's just sad that he had to pass away such a young age. I mean, he was in his 30s, I believe. So very similar lives. I mean, we were both collectors. I'm assuming it was something health related, but he didn't want to. He wasn't the type of guy that talked personal about his health, but I didn't know anything about it. We weren't that close, but it just unfortunate that had to happen to him. And I just want to acknowledge him. Rest in peace to Joseph, better known as Joe Ryan Fan. Um, and I'm trying to remember who else did I forget here. If I forgot anybody, just give a shout out to all those people. Let me see. It said Triple Crown, Kurtis, Victor Negron, Bigmavr, Sports Cards. Um, oh, Cardboard Chronicles. He's pretty much just talking about basketball for the most part, high end and mid end. But occasionally he'll have some baseball guys on. I believe he had Nate on for one of his videos, and he also had um, Ray from Philly. He had them on talking about baseball. It's a really interesting channel if you want to learn a lot about collecting, especially the basketball side of things. You'll learn a lot from him. Sorry, I'm just. He also has like a guide that you could check out that he for beginners and stuff. Unfortunately I'm already fully in, so I know most of that stuff. It still is very interesting and very good information, regardless, even if you're an advanced collector. Sorry, I'm moving the camera. I'm just holding it with my hand. And I think that's it. I think I named everybody I wanted to name, but I could be wrong. So I might slice in some more people if I didn't name everybody that I wanted to name. So, yeah, that's all the people I think. If I'm not missing anybody, I think. Oh, one more person. Just one more person, I believe. Rick, or also known, I believe his name is Rick, but I could be wrong. But his partner also Dan from Radicards. Go check them out. A really cool podcast. They talk about baseball mostly, but really enjoy the channel. Also, if I'm missing, I think that was 10, but I could be missing one. I also wanted to give a shout out to All About the Cards, their podcast as well. Listen to them a lot. Three guys mostly, and they're friends. They talk about all sports. They talk about the new stuff that's coming out. Pretty much just a all around sports cast of collecting sports cards. I occasionally know you hear them talking about Pokemon and other stuff, but very rare. It's mostly about sports. So Hope you enjoyed the video. Those are my ballots. Go check those people out. I will leave their names on the description, not the links, the names. And I'll see you in the next video. You know what to do. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe and like and watch my other videos if you're here for the first time. Later.